be doing 5-color ritual versus Simic ritual. Jackson and I are going to have the ritual off, find out which one's better. I'm going to go out and say it. I do think that Simic might be the better ritual deck, but we'll see what happens.
Sure, hoping so.
I think it's at least more streamlined.
Yeah, for sure. What are we doing, Jackson? High, low, odd, or even?
Odds.
We're doing odds.
Hell
It is odds.
I will go first as the better ritual deck.
There you go. You have done it. Now, like I tell everyone at home, I am going to try to pretend like I don't know what I'm going against, because that always makes your testing a little bit better. Luckily, that was a generally awful hand. It looks like you had one too.
I had 2 islands in my deck that sure needs green.
At least needs 50-50.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great thing about my version, doesn't make any tokens. I don't have to worry about it.
All I got is manifests, man.
Yeah, but you're supposed to actually keep track of which manifest it is. The first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. That's
why?
As somebody who makes the rules, it's
got beans,
potatoes, and bananas.
Alright, well, my land situation is a lot better this time. Definitely be keeping... I'll put that back, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, you are good to go?
Ready when you are, sir.
I will start us off with a Misty. Go ahead.
Alright, so unfortunately for me, no information given, which means it gets a little bit harder for me to figure out what's going on. So...
Also your Tism.
You say I'm stimming?
I said also your Tism.
Oh, my Tism doesn't help that, but I'm going to put this Windswept to the graveyard and pass to you.
Alright, I will go to 19. Let's... I could be fetching for basics as if I am going to go get a Harbinger at some point, but I do think the Surveil on this hand is a little more important.
Especially seems a little early.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, unfortunately for me, Surveillance of Windswept, he tells you that it's probably not prowess, so you can at least...
I am gonna put a Flare of Denial in the yard.
Okay, so now I am on at least knowing that it is a Flare of Denial deck.
Yeah. Which is a very specific subset of decks, I feel like. And now I'll do the big reveal.
And now we know what we're dealing with, so...
Flip.
Yep.
We'll flip an Endurance, unfortunately. Okay. And I will pass.
Life's going to get at least a little bit more interesting for me, because now I have to really figure out what I'm going to be able to do here.
I hope the answer is nothing.
It's not a lot, I won't lie. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for me to do certain things. I think we're just going to try to...
Thundering Falls with a Windswept you?
No, I surveilled that into the yard.
Okay, cool. Sure.
Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb.
It is bad.
Surveil.
Sure.
I don't need this breeding pool. I'll send it back your way.
Definitely happy to see that. I will draw for turn. Happy to see that as well. I will play Verdant Catacombs. I will come in for one. I will pass it to you.
Alright, so now we've got a lot of unfortunates happening here for me. I'm going to play this Misty Rainforest. We'll send it back your way.
I will go to 16. Kind of similar situation as before, but I am still going to get another Hedge Maze because I think this hand could do well even with just blue mana. So this is another benefit of the deck. We have a lot of green cards, but even if they're locked out, it doesn't matter too much if your hand is just doing a bunch of blue stuff. So I will Surveil. That one is fine. I think that one's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We'll draw that, and I will come in for 1.
18.
Nice. I will play this Soporific Springs untapped, and then I will pass to you.
Okay, end step, I'd like to cast this Leyline Binding.
How dare you? Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Get my 1/1 that drew me a card. Leyline Binding, you got it.
Yeah, well, if I know you're running Flare, it's like,
Yeah,
I'd rather you have
it
to pay the
definitely has
mana
text.
to deal with. A lot of unfortunates here.
Sounds good for me.
And we'll pass back.
Your end step.
Mhm.
We'll play this Coatl.
Yep.
Card. Tap.
Mm-hmm.
Come in for 1.
17.
We are doing it. Pass. Leyline Binding by 1/1 again. I applaud it.
No. We're gonna go to 15.
Yeah.
One of these will get a Plains, the other one will get a Stomping Grounds. Unfortunately for us, we can't afford to go get the other basic that isn't an island at this moment. Which sucks, but
I think this is also kind of interestingly showcasing like the B plan of this, which is just I can kind of hold up my flash creatures and interaction spells for however long, and not really have to just go all in on the ritual plan. Obviously, you
yeah.
can do the same, but I think it's
No,
sort of
I think
important
it's
to
a,
see for the deck.
I think it's a decent plan. I mean, I am just gonna shove.
I'd rather you didn't.
I'll see how this goes. It's probably gonna get eaten.
Poorly, I hope.
Yeah, I mean,
That's subtlety.
oh, this one's subtlety. Yeah, that's right.
Because like I could, I guess, flare the Omnath instead, but I kind of want the 3/3 round.
Okay.
So I think it's good to do that.
Okay. So becomes a question of, I think I have to leave this because if you do decide to try to island me out, then I can't cast it anyway.
Coming for 3. And I do think I'm pretty interested in islanding you out.
So I'm gonna go get the forest.
Yep. And I will pass to you.
Alright, need some. I'm too far behind with a lot of what's going on here, so it is what it is. Draw.
I do like also forcing you to shuffle the Omnath away in that situation.
Yeah,
Not that it'd be fantastic, but
pretty good. Back to you.
Draw. And conveniently, what if I just drew the forest?
Yeah.
All right. So could have Solitude here, but can't hardcast it, thankfully. So I think I am just coming in for 5.
I'll go to 7.
And go ahead.
Decent spell. Your go.
You're in step with my lovely green. I would like to cast this Ice Fang.
Yeah.
I'll draw a card. And tap. Turn.
Mm-hmm.
Play another island.
Yep.
And I'm in 4/6.
Well, no better time like the present, I guess.
Exile the Witch Enchanter. You have one card left in hand.
Yep.
I think probably wise of me to call you on that and return it to your hand.
I will attempt to force it.
And I will force your force.
Yeah. Too many things. This is how much? 5?
Taking
Six.
6. Going 1, and I will pass to you.
All right, not much we're gonna be able to do here. We're gonna scoop it up. Yeah, game 1, I think you're just gonna have to take the L. That if you don't have it early, you're probably gonna die.
I think especially with the with me being on the play, it's a lot more difficult as well.
Yeah, I definitely know where I need to be. All right, we're bringing in the anti-blue. I think like a lot of these cards are pretty decent starts.
I think I'm also bringing in the anti-blue.
Yeah.
Against you, probably bringing in the Harbinger, definitely bringing in Caverns.
Yeah, you're gonna draw.
Would probably be good to bring in the forces as well, just because you also run ley lines. Definitely not going to be able to take out that many cards, but at least for now, that's sort of what I'm considering.
Yeah.
Can probably take out Endurance. I feel like you're not really doing graveyard stuff.
Yeah, they're my maybe idea as well. At the very least, I think I'm gonna at least do. Gotta get 5 cards out.
Probably leaving in Dismember. A lot of your cards are available with it.
Yeah, it kills everything except Elishnor.
Yeah. It could be trimming Fibblethip, even though it definitely is really good value against you.
Oh yeah, I could probably cut a Hellkite because it's like okay here, but not great really. I mean, it does turn your 3 into a 4, but this matchup, I don't know if it's the 4 I want.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm actually gonna just try this 5 and just see how this goes. I'm taking out the Leyline Bindings. I don't want against a Harbinger deck.
Yeah. I think those would be definites right now. I'm still a bit iffy on these. I don't want to bring in kind of too many disputes because you definitely can play just a non-blue game.
Yeah, especially if you don't have the
I think maybe trim a flare or 2 for the disputes, just because I'm on the draw as well. It's like a bit less likely that I have a creature on the board to deal with whatever your first play is.
It also seems like more of a liability because if I have the mystical dispute and your option is the flare and you have to sack a creature and then I get to mystical dispute the flare, it seems like it feels bad. So I'm not against it. It just leaves you situations where you don't accidentally just like outvalue yourself in a game where we're both going to be trying to squeeze everything we can out of our cards.
Yeah. And I think the forces are fine, but I also don't want to bring in like too many non-creatures just to keep my hits up. Yeah, I think that's it for disputes. Another Harbinger and a Caverns. Take out 2 Endurances, Fibblethip, Burn Catacombs, and 2 Flares, and I will leave the rest on the board.
All right, let's see how we do here. All right, I will keep this.
Sure.
You like it over here. Change that on me and put it over there.
Yeah, this hand looks fine. Has some interactions and some decent value, so
Any
I'm
pre
going along with it. No pre-games, unfortunately. Not a Gemstone Lab today.
Here you go.
Draw. Definitely happy to see that. I will play a Catacombs. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go to 19. We're gonna get a Thundering Falls and Surveil.
A little bit. That's cool. You
Um, Huh.
borrow your.
I actually didn't expect that to be there, so this is a little funny.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing
But I
the sauce.
like it on one hand and I hate it on another. Super awkward. I'll leave it on top. Draw. I'm playing Dothan once I go.
Go to 19. Get a maze.
I have like 5 or 10 regulars, and then like 4 old.
Survival. Keep that on top. I think here I am just playing an island and passing.
Draw. Birthing Ritual.
Cast Ritual is an interesting one. Obviously representing Dispute Mana is unfortunate on top of that, but I think in response I will flash in a Quack to start.
Yeah.
Draw card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little unfortunate. Like I could try and fight over this, and I think it could be worth it, especially without the interaction on the Ice Fang. I think it might be a lot better of a direction to just exile a flare to try and force that.
It's forced. Send it back your way.
Untap. Draw. That's great. Come in for 1.
18.
I think here I am gonna get a Misty down and try and stick a ritual of my own.
Yeah.
Go to end step.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start doing the thing. 6, 7. Fortunately, not the best hit in here, but can still get some value with a Oracle.
Yep.
Obviously prefer an Oculus, but would pretty much prefer an Oculus in every situation. So Oracle, trigger on the stack. I will reveal a subtlety and ship it back to you.
For everyone at home, that was a misplay. I was probably supposed to fetch to play around the Harbinger, but
I thought about it myself as well, but I think it.
Yeah, I don't want to butt in, but it was on both your parts, not fetching in response to the.
Yeah.
Because you won't. Sometimes you just don't get got.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure would have
Even sometimes
taken a Harbinger there as well.
In responses.
Yeah.
I'll leave that on top.
Yep.
Draw. Casket trigger.
Odd spot again. I definitely don't want to subtlety this, but I mean, I can like subtlety this with the cascade trigger on the stack.
Could.
To get it away. I'm sort of banking then on my top 7 again having a decent amount of value in it. Kind of be spending a lot to do that. So I think to start knowing that I will not be doing that this turn, I'm going to get a surveil and see if that gives me any more info. Right, seeing that, which is pretty damn good in this situation, I think I'm going to subtlety the shardless and pitch a shardless of my own.
I will try to dispute it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 214 from that. And unfortunately, that means if he has the force here, it is what it is. I can't do much about that. I can just hope that it's whittling away at this hand count cascade.
Yep.
But if I don't do that, like I don't have a creature, it just doesn't get good for me. Birthing ritual?
Yep.
All right, that was step 1. Move to end?
Uh-huh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. See where we go from here. Unfortunately, this is a very stacked hit, but I have to go with that one. We'll pass back to you.
I think here I am going to go to 16 and then pass to you.
Tap. Draw.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if anything in your deck does that, so. Warp.
With a Riddler. I think I would like to dispute that. Or another one. Obviously absolutely terrible for me, but I think I am sinking that back to your hand on the stack.
Okay. Coming for 2.
Yep.
End step?
Yep.
Well, we're definitely gonna just get rid of that.
Yep.
It's just one less thing. And we'll send it back your way.
Definitely one of the better draws to have in that scenario. I will play shardless.
Yep.
Fortunately, can hit a lot of things that are not fantastic for me. Any of the 2-drop creatures would not be great, really. But
there you go.
Instead, I will hit a Birthing Ritual, and also didn't reveal any Oculuses in that, and haven't seen them otherwise. So I would love for it to be in the top 7.
See what happens.
I hold that, go to end step. Let's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I will find an Oculus.
Sure.
Sacrifice that. Go to your upkeep. Will manifest some dread.
Yep.
I will put that there. I'll put a shardless agent in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
And you're good.
Well, that's a good hit to get rid of that.
Sure.
Think I'm okay with you trying to trade off this creature, because if you don't, then I get some value. And
I mean, definitely interested in trying to keep it around. I don't know.
I look at it this way: if you block, it's one less creature you can use to. Well, you
Yeah.
can't even birthing. Well, you could flip it in theory.
Yeah. And I mean, I did put a shardless in the yard, so you could maybe assume that this is a creature, but yeah. Might as well. I think I'm just going to take 3.
That's 17 as well.
Yep.
Move 10?
Yep.
Alright. Well, still on the plan of just trying to keep everything off the board.
Yep. That was a Harbinger.
Yeah.
I was thinking there, even if I get to flip it and kind of just lock you out of playing any other cards, that'd be great. But I think also forcing you to use another Solitude on anything I got at this point is pretty good. So we'll just cast another Ritual and then pass to you.
Alright, draw. Decent one. Going for 6.
Go down to 13.
Alright, go to 23. I think for the sake of being able to use this mana, we'll get rid of the green pool. Look at your basic forest. You're welcome. Not great here, but if there is a chance where I get cut off from double red, I can turn this into a Riddler maybe. And save the Riddler that's in my hand, because if I am still worried about Harbinger being a threat, then keeping Riddlers in my hand is more important. So I'd like to move to the end step.
Yep.
Since these don't fly, I'm going to pick off the Hedge Maze. Just trading in a faster clock. Lifelink's nigh irrelevant.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think so.
And I'll send it back to you after that.
Yeah. I think also tapping 2 of my mana is definitely not the worst thing to happen. I do have
that's true.
higher cost cards like Subtlety or something that I could try and be flipping into something else, but
Yeah.
and do that. Oh.
Playing under the assumption I didn't see the forest that you had in your hand.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have a land, then you can't play the.
Yeah, I will just die. I'm gonna go to 1, but I don't think there's anything I could really draw off top of that, especially not another land. It's gonna get me there.
I think the Hedge Maze fetch was where that game went down.
It could have. I definitely didn't assume. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't assume the Mystical Dispute in his hand, considering the other blue spells I had already played. Yeah. Because the Mystical Dispute that I used to counter the Riddler I had in my hand and could have used to counter your Mystical Dispute if I hadn't fetched the Hedge Maze first.
Like you would not have had just a Ritual in play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shardless.
Yeah.
Like possibly been in like a decent situation. I'm not sure, but like he would have been able to like do some stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to change anything. I think I'm just going to leave everything as it is, and then just
yeah, I think I agree.
Try my best to just.
I will take out the gemstone because I will absolutely draw it in this hand if I don't.
That would be bad. I think on the draw, I think there is going to be a Force of Negation put in.
I think the flares might also be better.
I think because
disputes on the draw.
While Omnath is a good one to have in the deck because he's pitchable to the rest of this, I think that I don't want to get gummed up with too many of them just because it is going to be hard to get them to resolve. And I really want I want this force to protect more of my stuff.
Yeah, I swapped out a flare for dispute again on the play. I think it's a little better to sort of assume I'm going to drop into flare than trying to hold up the dispute. But obviously the disputes are still important to if I don't have that going on. There are definitely a couple hands that I could have with this deck that just don't really have any of those 2-drop creatures.
Right, good luck.
As well. Final game in the Battle of the Rituals. Yeah, I will keep.
It's a weird hand. It's definitely an odd hand. It's got a lot of stuff that I like, a lot of stuff to do. I think we're going to try this.
Alright, I will start us off with a hedge maze.
Mm-hmm.
Surveil, I will... Kind of interesting one. I will put a Mystical Dispute in the yard and then pest you.
Alright. I'm going to go to 18 and pass.
18 and pass is an interesting one. It sounds like a Mystical Dispute. But I think there's no way I'm not still playing this.
Yep.
Trigger, I will put this forest into play and pest you.
Play 1 set and pass.
Draw. Coming through.
17.
I think I am playing this Uprific Springs for 3.
Uh-huh.
And I will cast a Harbinger.
Alright, that was step 1, ladies and gentlemen. We got a long way to go, though. And draw. And we were not punished. Say go. Alright, so that was a big turn for us for a lot of reasons. Obviously, Jackson clearing his own board definitely makes this a little bit easier. He still doesn't have enough cards for the eye, I don't think.
Yep,
And you're one short. Yeah. So. Too short? I thought I had 5.
I have 4.
Sorry.
Just gonna pass here, I think.
We're in draw. Alright. Well. Alhamdulillah, I guess, as they say. We're gonna pass it back.
Your end step, I would like to flash in this Ice Fang.
Yeah.
Draw.
Not too much we're doing there, boys.
Draw.
Gotta let it happen.
I will play a Catacombs. Come in for 1.
16.
And go ahead.
Alright. Think we're gonna go. What is that gonna get? And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, since we don't have a black spell anymore, I have no reason to go get Indatha. It's better as a card in my deck to maybe redraw later on. So the question becomes, what are we fetching for here? Think. So I can go double Surveil, but then it gets awkward because I feel like I would wasted a Surveil to do it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a Thundering Falls. 15. Good, but I don't know how good. I think we're just gonna have to hang around for now. I'm gonna leave that. They've countered Flare of Denial.
Sorry about that. Will be relevant.
Oh, that is true, yeah. Even more true. Your go?
I'll go to 16.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely really glad to see Victor not doing anything on his turns. Would love to hit him for 1 for the next 15.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I care about the 1.
We'll Surveil with Hedge Maze. Would love to keep that on top, so I will untap and draw that, and I will come in for the one. Yeah.
14.
Cool. I think I will play a Beseiju and play a Shardless. Cascade trigger.
I'm gonna get a plains and attempt to cast subtlety.
Am I fine with this? Yeah, I mean, I'd like the creature to stick around, but I don't think it's that important. I will put it on the bottom, which means it'll go on the top after the cascade of that pile, which is going to be good. Resolve the cascade?
Yep.
Remember where chain.
Yep.
We'll do that. ETB I will draw. And go ahead.
I'll go to 12.
Yep.
Get a lush portico. Thank goodness Darian turned his AC to 52 degrees so I can't feel my hands. That is a card I would like to leave on top. Draw. I would like to warp Riddler.
Warp Riddler. You have 3 cards left?
3 cards in hand.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Fortunate in that scenario. Go to warp.
Yep.
It is warped out. Past you.
Alright, I will play a Scalding Tarn, which is great news for folks who like my creatures having Death Touch, and I would like to go to combat.
They already had Death Touch, by the way. They count each other in their search for 3 other permanents.
They sure do. Even better.
Yeah, we can trade them off.
Sure.
11.
Alright, definitely super happy to see that as well. I am going to go to 15 to put the 6th card in my yard, which is a magic great number. I will end up getting the Snow-Covered Island just to keep my other Ice Fang having Death Touch for now. Seems pretty important. And I will pay my 3 and a bunch of cards. Recount, I have 6. Play that Oculus.
Pitching on math.
Pitching and on math. I think this one is pretty important for me to resolve, so I would also like to subtlety or subtlety.
Yep. On the bottom.
And then I would like to go to your upkeep.
Yeah.
Well, interesting 2 cards. They're both vaguely the same amount of useless, but I think that one might be better. I will put a Shard the Sage in the yard. Be a little sad about that part.
Interesting draw. And try to make
Casting a Solitude. Let's see. Habit color. It doesn't, right?
No, it is a colorless card.
Well, you are at 11. You're taking 10 if this doesn't resolve, so I do think I will flare and sack this.
Nope.
Ice Fang.
Unfortunate. So 5, 8, 9, 10 at most. Here you go.
Tap. Return. We'll come in for that 10. Not going to flip anything, unfortunately.
On that one.
I will then play a ritual,
Yep.
and I am going to, because it could be relevant, flip this Coiling Oracle, which I think was slightly better than the Shardless Agent when I was choosing between the Dreads, just because I can flip this into a 3.
It's easier mana-wise to flip it into
Go
the...
to end step.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care on that one.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, put to the bottom, and it is your turn. Your upkeep. I will manifest Dread. Put that there. Manifest Dread again. I will put that there.
And I'm
Dread
dead.
Tokens. Good game, sir.
Good game, sir. Yeah, not seeing one of a Mystical Dispute at some point or another in some of those stacks. Oh, darn. Really hurt my chances there. Definitely need to see those to have a better shot. Especially like there where you sacked.
Yeah.
Right, because you were tapped out. Well, with a Solitude, but if you had the Force originally, you have a blue card. If I have a dispute.
When I flared, I don't believe so, because my blue cards at that point were the Subtlety that I spent.
Well, what about when you played the Oculus? If I had the dispute for your Subtlety, did you have the Force?
I did have the Force. Yeah. I had Force and Flare as my last 2, and 4 mana up to yeah. My last 3 were Subtlety, Flare, and Force. So pretty disgusting set of cards to have defending that Oculus at that point.
Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And if you'd like to support us, you could find us at our Bonfire store.
And a huge thank you to our sponsors, Nova Games and Brick, for hosting us for FNM. And please make sure to use our Mana Traders coupon code OCHM at signup for 25% off your 3rd month.
I've been Sparky. Say goodbye, Victor.
Goodbye, Victor.